Flight Boss, bitch. For sure. You're now listening to the Man of an Terry's Mill. I'm the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, I'm going to give y'all 5 ways of how to pinpoint when you're around a motherfucking demon. That's on motherfucking demon time. You better motherfucking believe it. Now, we all spirits, so we all have the ability to change, and we all interchange, aka, if you don't understand spiritual equilibrium, you'll get lost on a polar shift of an energy. So you could become angelic, utilize those higher angles of lights, you know what I'm saying, that make you think and feel about optimism, or use those de-evolved light, those devilish lights, and things of that nature, to the point that you become a motherfucking demon. You know what I'm saying? A light that went below the horizon, and it's hey I oh he, and it turned into under there, and now it's light that have bended in on itself. So you could become a he-man, a D-man, a spirit that have got lost into light, in too many versions of light, so that light have became darkness to its own self. So keep that in mind also, where it's blinded by its own light and it don't see no other sparks of light around it. So that could become egotistical energy also. But for the most part, this is when we start to talk about how spirits can become demons, and how the spirit also have the ability to change and rise above demonic energies, which these are virtues and principles. But all spirits is no thing. So these are just characteristics that a spirit can jump into. And some of the first lost spirits that came here carried out the virtues of the very first ideas and feelings about things. So this will be the first forms of angelic energies and demonic energies. So once we start to get into when you're around individuals that's partaking into demonic energy, here's how you can pinpoint when a motherfucker is on demon time and they haven't changed something. So for the most part, this spirit is planned out to be a demon at the moment, and they're on demon time, aka they're planning out the actions that their mind and feelings is in, aka when a spirit create a mind and a feeling, that field of reality can play out as a spaceship or an image, a man, a woman, a light, a spectrum, aka the spirit jump in that to give off an impression or influence or image of how it wants to appear to be. So keep that in mind also. So when a spirit is lost into a whole bunch of desires, thoughts, feelings, a lot of times they start to act in ways that they wouldn't normally act if these thoughts and feelings don't affect them in an impactful way. And the only way a thought and feeling can impact you in an impactful way is if it's a lot of it. It's heavy. It's a heavy substance. So that influence is a whole lot of water. I told y'all stars are water. So as a spirit, you can't really swim in that. So it developed into living chaotic or manifesting chaotic scenarios in your life, or you not being able to think or feel straight because the waters that you're swimming in as a spirit is not straight. It's not swimming in a direction that's in your favor. So you're forced to try to grasp for some form of stability while you're swimming in chaos at the moment, trying to find order or organize your life. Now, here's the thing. So there's 5. Now I had to break that down. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people want things to be simple, but there's a lot of spiritual advanced people out here that you still have to come to them also on their level. So here's the thing. Let's get into the 5 ways you can spot out a demon that's on demon time. All right, damn. All right, now look, point 1. Now, point 1. When a person use memory to get their point across about something that's going on in the current. Let me repeat. When a person use a form of memory to get their point, and memory deals with past, to get their point across about something that's going on in the present or the current scenario. See, here's the thing. See, when a person can put you into water, aka put you in some type of emotional reaction in some way, shape, or form, whether mentally, emotionally, or physically, right? This could foggy your judgment. This can cloud your judgment about what's actually going on in the current scenario, especially if you're around a demon that wants you to do something for them at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So they would use a memory. Let's say this memory consists of things that they did for you in some way, shape, or form. But what they need you to do in the current space, in the current time, may not be something that you're with. And what they helped you with in a previous memory was something that they was with. So it kind of was on them. They had to take spiritual responsibility, but they would utilize that event against you in some way, shape, or form to get you to do what they need you to do in the current time. And that's when you're around a spirit right now that's on demon time. And they're going to be playing out some demonic characteristics if they haven't changed this kind of characteristic about themselves. Point 2. Now, point 2. When a person express self-entitlement, when you're around a person that's getting ready to start express some form of self-entitlement. Now, here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, they are in their own memory about something that they haven't expressed to you yet. See, point 1 was when a person used a memory that you are involved in. See, point two is if you're not in that situation of point one, and point two, you could be in this kind of situation where a person is deep into a memory that they haven't expressed to you yet. So this is something that they're building up based upon, it could be animosity, it could be resentment, it could be regret about something. So these are something that you don't know, that deep down inside, these are the things that's motivating their actions. And if they're good enough, they could persuade you to think that these not the root energies that's motivating their actions, and they could be rocking you to sleep based upon some form of resentment that they got in their own life. You see what I'm saying? Now here's the thing. When a person expresses self-entitlement, 9 times out of 10, they are in their own memory about something that they haven't expressed to you. And they will use anything and anybody to get what they think that they are entitled to, even if the person that they are rocking to sleep at the moment subconsciously deserved it or not. See what I'm saying? Because sometimes these people do this subconsciously. They do this by default based upon all the things that they didn't get a hold of that they thought they should have had a hold of earlier in life in some way, shape, or form, due to the people that's in their life or the places and the things that they participated in. Now, point three. So we're going to go to point three. Point three. Now, when a person start expressing someone else's position as if they deserve to be in that position, here's where you get ready to know things is getting made up within this person's esoteric mind to create concepts, convince others of this concept that might be negative towards the where your spirit is directed at in some way, shape, or form. So keep this in mind. But when you are around now, it might be a person that ain't even got no energy or something towards you, but they just be in this energy to the point that they may have a lot of conversations to you about other people's positions and why they deserve to be in that position in some way, shape, or form. You bet not get no position that they want, because you going to slowly but surely become their worst enemy if you was their best friend, involving yourself with a person who's constantly in this kind of energy and don't change in some way, shape, or form with any angelic energies during their period of life. You know what I'm saying? So they stay on demonic energy, so they stay playing out demon time. So here's the thing. This is point three. When a person starts expressing someone else's position as if they deserve to be in that position, this exposes a person's insecurities and their inability to do something in their own way. So they're trying to calculate the way someone else got to a goal, and for the most part, if they can't see it working for them, or just in their own natures, in their own alignments and stuff like that, they don't see them taking that specific path, they'll lose hope on reaching that goal in some way, shape, or form, and rather spend time on hating, being a sating, being the opposite idea to whatever circumstance that person created to reach that position that this person want to be in, or a position that's similar to what this person want to be in. But they don't have their own way of going about it, so they're paying attention about someone else's way of going about it. And here's when you start to hear conversations around an individual that's on demon time that might start speaking as if on someone else's position, as if they deserve to be in that position in some way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind. And here's the thing. All this does is expresses or exposes a person's insecurities or their inability to do something on their own. So they don't don't ever doubt, because I fucked up what I wrote a little bit. But like I said, so don't ever doubt. You know what I'm saying? When you're around an individual like this, don't ever doubt that this person will take you down, even if they subconsciously become your friend to do so. Because a lot of times, like I said, I always say subconsciously, because these individuals sometimes don't even know what they're doing based upon their own upbringings and stuff like that. So individuals like this become your friend at times and things of that nature, just to wait to the right moment that they could reach a position that they could outweigh you in some way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind. Now let's get to now point four. Now point four is this: when people start using the people, places, and things in their life as an excuse when they can't do things that they want to do, or simply make up reasons of why they're frustrated. Make up reasons why they're frustrated with an individual. Make up reasons why they're frustrated with a circumstance in some way, shape, or form. You need to know that this is a person that's simply just blaming someone else for issues that they don't even really have, because they have incapabilities in an area of life in some way, shape, or form. And here's the thing: when people start using other people, places, and things as an excuse to why they can't do what they're actually doing, you need to know that this is a person that's on demon time, and be careful with being around this person, because slowly but shortly, there's going to be experiences had where you become another reason to this motherfucker person that's on demon time of why they can't do something in some way, shape, or form. And then you start getting met with all this resistance and negative energy and being talked about behind your back and shit like that, based upon this person is creating scenarios within their own mind and concepts to convince to others. And if they're a strong witch or wizard, they could convince a lot of others as far as being a good, powerful spirit in some way, shape, or form, and convince others to see things in your way in some way. See things in their way in some way, shape, or form. And if that way, that shape, that light is something that's negative towards you, then all that energy is something that you may have to deal with and overcome just to continue going through your life freely without getting hit with a hex or no motherfucker esoteric grudges in some way, shape, or form, no esoteric stones. But at the same time, here's the thing. That's why I said you have to be careful around these individuals. They go deep because they lost in their own emotions very deeply. So anytime a person got a lot of emotions and a lot of beliefs and things of that nature, they're already on demon time by default because they're trying to get something to go in their favor that result into a maximizing of a desire in some way, shape, or form. Whether they was lost by blindness and other lostness and taught them that that was the good thing to do, or they just lost in darkness and they feel like they don't even want to live here anymore. But that's a whole different story. But like I said, when you start, when you have people around you, be careful when you have people around you that start using other people, places, and things as an excuse to why they can't do something in some way, shape, or form. They're not controlling their circumstance and situation, regardless of how hard it is. Now, and then last but not least, the fifth point, right? Being around others with too much time on their hands. Let me repeat. Being around others with too much time on their hands, because this means eventually they're going to have a lot of time to either put you on their time, and if they got a lot of time on their hands, if they're going to spend a whole lot of time, and they got a whole lot of time to figure out ways to put you on their time, and then you going to be took off the things that you need to be doing to spend time on their time. And for them to have a whole lot of time on their hands in the first place, you just let this motherfucking demon bring you down to their motherfucking level and take you off your goal and path, and to waste your time by giving them time based upon whatever emotional energy that they give you to make you feel obligated to do that in some way, shape, or form. So you got to be careful of that also. So let me repeat, being around others with too much time on their hands. This means eventually they're going to have a lot of time to either put you on their time or become your enemy because you're not giving them enough energy, aka because you're not giving them enough of your time. And if you have a lot of things to fulfill your time and they don't respect it in some way, shape, or form, then this is a motherfucking demon from the start trying to take you off your motherfucking path that you needed to see a mile away. See what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So we're going to do a quick rundown without the description. Point 1, when a person use a memory to get their point across about something that's going on in the present. Point 2, when a person express self-entitlement, 9 times out of 10, they're in their own memory about something that they haven't expressed to you. And they use anything and anybody to get what they think that they are entitled to in some way, shape, or form. So be careful. Point 3, when a person start expressing someone else's position as if they deserve to be in that position, keep an eye on that person. I don't even care if that energy ain't directed towards you. And then motherfucking that mean they can't even see where a person deserves something. And remember, you ain't never gonna get what you want or need. You only gonna get what you deserve. And being around an individual like that, they always gonna get losing energy. So you wanna keep that in mind too. You don't wanna deserve losing by being guilty by association. Point 4, when people start using the people, places, and things in their life as an excuse to why they can't accomplish or do something in some way, shape, or form. So it's basically just like creating issues and frustrations where there aren't any in some way, shape, or form. So you're just exposing incapabilities and insecurities. And then point 5, being around others with too much time on their hands, because eventually they're going to have a whole lot of time to either put you on their time, which is a waste of time, or to create you to be an enemy because you're not giving them enough of your time. So keep that in mind. And that's the 5 points of pinpointing when you spot a motherfucker spirit that's on motherfucking demon time inside a body that's around you at the moment, aka a motherfucking person that you're dealing with. Be careful.